Hello everyone, it's Kristen Louise here. Today I feel like hopping on and sharing some things that have come through that have to do with what's happening globally at the moment, but also some adventures that I've been on recently that I feel may be of benefit to some of you as well, some things that I've learned recently. So first of all, we are in very interesting times. Again, there's no doubt about that. Pachamama is flatlining at the moment. Her resonance, her frequency is 0. 0 point reality. We are resetting, my friends. She is resetting. Really, this whole year has been it's been her journey, right? We're just coming along for the ride. We're like the fleas. The image I have is of a fleas on the back of a dog, right? Not downplaying how magnificent and wonderful we are, but really we're going along for the ride. And sometimes we get so caught up in our own stuff, right, that we tend to lose sight of the bigger picture. And she's this whole year has been a massive journey for her in up leveling and raising her own vibration and frequency. And what's happening right now is we're having a bit of a calm, like I don't want to use it, but I'll say it, like the eye of the storm, so to speak. So we're in this sort of calm period. She's on 0 hertz. She's been that way for about 48 hours, which is just incredible. And the information which I shared in a post as well is that there's a new grid being formed around us, around her at the moment. And I feel what's happening is she is changing, what I see is her changing trajectory of sorts. She's gone to this 0 point reality where you are literally in the unknown, you're flying blind. So it's kind of deconstructing to rebuild, right? So she's gone into full surrender mode, basically, so that this new energetic grid can be created by multiple light workers out in the galaxy, who are all here for our greatest, highest growth, and for hers as well. What happens on this planet has a significant impact in what happens on all the others. So we are the hot topic right now on Earth, and it's such a glorious time to be here and to be a part of all this. What's happening now also has to do with the what happens on the 21st of December, the eclipse. So that is a pivotal moment in time for us as well. So this is kind of the first stages of preparation for that. But how this may affect us is more ascension symptoms primarily. You might be tired, you might be triggered. You might be triggered as fuck, right? A lot of people are at the moment. You might be feeling emotional, weepy, tired, all the things. But what we are getting is a bit of a reprieve at the moment. But I feel it'd be remiss of me not to say that I do feel that after this period of time that things are going to be shifting again, because what happens is, as we know, in your own personal journey, in order to rise, to ascend, then it does involve a shedding process, a releasing process of things that no longer serve you. And for Pachamama, it's a lot of dense, heavy-based emotions that are no longer serving her anymore, from the collective, from humanity. So the only way to release those is actually to stir the pot and bring them to the surface and allow them to rise and be seen and heard and released for all of our greatest, highest good. But what that means for us is I feel that things are about to change again. And we may see some things that could be quite confronting and triggering for ourselves. And it's like an uncovering of what's under the blanket, right? What else is coming up? What else is under there that is now in readiness or becoming ready to be exposed? So the important things to remember is, one, we are all in this together. Even Pachamama, beautiful Pachamama, we are all part of this one huge living organism, this beautiful, beautiful blanket of consciousness and life. So it's all okay. It's all happening for a reason. It's all part of a divine, beautiful plan. And for us to keep that in mind and not, it's just so easy at the moment to allow ourselves to be swept away by what's going on. And I've even had to pull myself back a few times and really become centered back within myself and looking at what's important to me. What are my values? What are my priorities? What's important for me? So one of mine is, my highest one is to be coming from a place of a personal integrity and to come from a place of truth and authenticity. In my word, I only speak the truth, I only speak what comes through for me to share. And and speaking about this, it's interesting. I just had a experience where this came into my field actually through someone else. This is how connected we all are. So there was obviously a lesson here for me that I hadn't quite got yet, and it was repeated for me. So for me, what I learned from this interaction with someone else who actually acted out of their own personal integrity, what I learnt from that is how important at the moment and in general is for us to make sure that we're only surrounding ourselves with people who are aligned to our own values and our own to what we hold dear and true for us. Because what happens if you're still having these people in your field, in your life, and they're not aligned with your own values, then what happens is, a few things can happen. One, they can become like a vampire. They suck your energy, right? They drain it. But this is a two-way street, because you're feeling triggered and upset because they are not aligned with your own values, and vice versa. So once again, it all comes back to really honoring your own energy and where you're at, and to really get clear about what's important for you right now. And what are your priorities in your life? It could be love, it could be health, it could be happiness, it could be financial freedom, it could be integrity, speaking my truth, anything. But to actually become more aware of what that is, and because it's almost like a guidance system through life, and what happens is that will assist you in bringing forth your tribe and the people that are aligned with your own vision and values. And the ones that aren't, it'll become, like with me, even more apparent to see who's not. And then you get the choice whether you decide to continue having them in your life or you don't. And either way, that's your choice. It's up to you. And for me, I chose to, it's not someone I knew terribly well, but I chose to, I just didn't need it. I just didn't need the energy drain, especially not at the moment. So it wasn't aligned. So I said goodbye, and that's okay. And that's also about setting up strong energetic boundaries for yourself, because you are your number one priority, your energy, how you're feeling at the moment. And everyone's different. It's also honoring other people as well. You know, there's nothing right or wrong about it. It's just how it feels. And if things don't feel good for you, then it's time to address that. And however you choose to do that is up to you. And coming back to what's happening on the planet, especially now, this is a time while Pachamama's resetting is kind of a time for us to reset in a way and take stock of our own lives and where we're heading, what's important to us, and what we stand for. So how you want to feel at the end of the day. For me, one of my greatest priorities is also feeling at peace. And so if I'm having interactions with people where I can see that their values aren't aligned to mine, that doesn't bring me peace. That creates friction, right, within your own system. And so it's deciding what's best for you, really, which is what we're all here for as well, is what's best for you. And once again, to be kind to yourself. You know, if you can't be kind to yourself, then you can't expect others to show you the same level of kindness. That you can't expect to receive from other people what you don't give to yourself. And I guess the other thing that's really important at the moment, really important that I'm saying is to be so mindful about what you're focusing on, what you're putting your energy into, and what that energy is. If it's coming from a pure, open heart, centered place, that's beautiful. But if you're triggered, you're in a reactive mode, and you're angry or feeling victimized, then just be aware that that is what you're projecting out into the world. That is what you're focusing on energetically, and therefore that is what you're going to create more of in your life. So what do you really want for yourself in your life at the moment? And with all that's happening and all that's coming up, it's so important to be clear. It's a really easy time to manifest at the moment. So if we're not super clear about what we want and where we're going and where we're heading, then you may manifest things that essentially are not ideally aligning you to the timeline where you're in the best possible version of yourself, your higher self. So just to sit back a little minute and to focus on you once again, and what it is you want to create. What do you want to create? What are you focusing on? What are you giving your energy to? And if it doesn't feel good, then you get to change it. You get to alter, just like Pachamama is, you alter the trajectory, you pivot. I've done this recently. I've done it all year. Okay, I'm not going that way. I'm just going to pivot and turn. And it's all beautiful, and it's all a part of life. It's how we grow, and just honoring ourselves for the incredible beings that we are here at this time on the earth. And we are all in this together. And the best thing you can do right now on the planet is to focus on you, what you want, and just to spread a little bit more light and love into the world. And enjoy the ride. Sometimes it's better to observe than to be in the nosebleed section, right? So just Go with how you feel, honor how you feel, but be aware of how you're feeling. That is paramount at the moment. And I say this coming from a full place of love, because just as Pachamama is, she's aligning, she's changing her trajectory to get onto a new grid, a new timeline for her, that she is now shifting into her highest true self. And for us to also honor ourselves and choose that for ourselves as well, if you so choose, because the choice is always yours. There is no right or wrong. I always say that, but it's true. Just to become aware of how you're feeling is the first step. And what do you really want for yourself in this life? I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely weekend, and stay safe. Lots of hugs, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.